So we'll just settle in, close the eyes and just be present and observe. We'll start with observing our breathing because it's a nice place to sort of settle into. We're just observing the natural breath in and out of the nose, over the top lip. It doesn't matter where we've come from, what sort of day it's been or what's going to be afterwards. We're just taking some time out here and just observing our natural breath. We don't need to do it better or improve anything or understand anything. We're just being here, watching the natural breath. We're not trying to change the breath or affect it. We're not trying to understand it. We're just observing the natural breath coming in and out of the nose, over the top lip, and looking for whatever sensations might be there. There might be a bit of cool air travelling across the lip or over the skin, in and out of the nostrils. We might notice a little bit of a warmer exhale. It doesn't matter if you don't notice anything. Just stay with it as it is and be okay. And during the meditation, if any thoughts come or sensations come up or distractions arrive, you might hear noises, you might have thoughts, discomfort in the body. If you have to change position because you're going to do some damage, then do that. But otherwise, just sort of sit with it and observe the changeable nature of everything. The sounds come and go. Thoughts arrive, they try and distract the mind and take hold, but we're just resting with them, allowing them to be as they are and not getting hooked into any story. We're just watching them like passing clouds. Same with sensations on the body. There might be itches. Just see if you can observe that with like childlike curiosity. And just accept. No expectation, no judgment. So we're just seeing what sensations are happening. What does it feel like around the nose, the top lip, like the triangle above the nose down to the top lip. And the reason we just settle on the breath like this, it's because it gives the mind somewhere to rest. The mind sometimes finds it difficult to do nothing at all, so we're giving it something very simple, very rudimentary just to rest on. We're not creating anything new, the breath's already happening, it's just the natural rhythm. So we're just allowing ourselves to rest on that as some sort of anchor for the mind to do nothing. It also allows us to sort of fine-tune the attention for this body scan or body awareness sensation meditation that we're entering into. I've had people say, I don't feel anything. All I can feel is a little, like a little fullness. And I go, well, that's a sensation. Any subtle sensation is okay. Now just take the attention to the top of the head or the crown of the head. And just feel what it feels like there. Doesn't matter if you don't feel anything, just stay with that. No expectation. And sometimes when you start just resting the attention openly on areas of the body, other areas around the body may feel more gross or raw sensation coming up. That's okay, it's nice to be noticed, but we're not really getting distracted by that at this moment. We'll come to those areas later. We're just resting our attention on the top of the head, the crown of the head. Now just allow your attention to sort of sweep down the body from the head to the toe. You can do the arms and the legs, and it doesn't have to be too accurate. We're just sort of sweeping the attention down just over about 5 or 10 seconds. Sweep it from head to toe. You can also almost imagine like water just running down the body as the attention follows, and then back up to the crown of the head after you've done a couple. Do that twice. And just sort of waking up attention to the body. And in this way you'll probably feel some gross or sensations that are more noticeable on the body. That's okay, we're not really focusing on anything, but they can be noticed. And once you're back at the crown of the head, just take the attention down the back of the head, just the scalp. You can feel the skin. Generally when I'm talking about this, I'm just saying you can just go down the surface of the body, but you'll find a natural curiosity will happen where you'll end up feeling deeper into the body, and that's good also, but you don't have to rush it. It's just a bit simpler to follow the sort of the surface area of the body, but whatever comes up is okay. Trace the back of the head down to the top of the neck. And then back up to the crown and just trace, just part by part, go down the left side of the scalp. Down past the back of the ear, the back of the neck. You can do this in your own time. If you were doing it at home, you might pause and take as long as you like to feel the areas. And travel down the left side of the head, past the temple. And the ear and the jaw and the top of the neck. And then the right side, just starting at the crown because it's a good anchor, and then just move down the left side of the head, the back side, and the middle, the temple and the front. Just in your own time, just try and feel part by part until you feel some sensation, and then just move on. It doesn't matter if you can't do this or you can't feel anything. Just at least rest on the area. See if you can find some sensation. If you do, move on. If you don't, rest there a little bit longer. This can just keep working in the background anyway. The main thing is just to be okay with whatever comes up, whatever happens. It's always changing. Just take the attention to the forehead now. You can feel a third of the forehead or the whole forehead, whatever works for you. Inch by inch, or just the whole forehead area. Always just with a childlike curiosity, just enjoy the experience. And we want to do all parts, so you go to the left eyebrow and the left eye socket. And the right eyebrow and socket. And while you're here, just see if you can sense any sensations deeper behind the eyes. Just feel the middle of the head, inside the head. Might feel a bit unusual looking for this because you never do, but we're just allowing, it's like a deeper relaxation or a deeper okay and opening. So in that case, we're just exploring a little bit deeper into the body, but just come back to the nose area now that we started with, the top lip. And then just to the left cheek, down through the jaw. And the right cheek, down through the jaw to the chin. And observe the lips. Are there any sensations on the lips? There's actually loads of nerve endings in the lips, but they get desensitized just through normal functioning. So just now feel the lips. And deep into the mouth, the tongue, the inside of the mouth and down the throat. Just feel the whole inside of the mouth. We're just learning to observe any sensations. Not trying to change anything. It's just as it is. And be equanimous or okay with just how things are. We're disarming a little bit reactivity. Involuntary reactivity that's not needed. And just take the attention maybe from the ear down the top of the neck to the left shoulder. Feel around the shoulder, the armpit, the back of the arm, the bicep, the front of the arm. You can do this in your own time. I'm just giving you some guidance, but some people take longer, some people want to skim over it. You can turn my voice down low in the mind if you want, or you can just follow literally if it helps to anchor to something. Feel the elbow. Front at the back of the forearm. All the time, just looking for subtle sensations. There may be noticeable sensations, but we're trying to see all the areas that may not normally consciously activate. And we're seeing what's going on there as well. And the left wrist. And then just travel the attention down the palm, the back of the hand, the fingers, between the fingers, and all the way down to the fingernails. And feel the aliveness in the hands. And just bring the attention back to the right ear and top of the neck, down the shoulder. And then just move down the arm in the same way in your own time, ending up in the hands. All the while noticing if thoughts come, or the monkey mind might be playing today, or it might be calm, it doesn't matter. Whatever comes up, just notice that. Oh, there's a distraction there. Okay. And that's it, nothing. And then just rest back on the attention. Doesn't matter what happens. It's just as it is, in the moment, and it's not held on to. And occasionally, if it feels right, you can go back and look at the areas you've just done, just have a quick sweep of them to remind attention of that whole area sort of feeling in the background. And then just bring your attention back to the areas you're focused on. And we'll do the front of the body, so the front of the torso. You can just feel the front of the neck. Are there any sensations in the front of the neck? And we're not trying to make sensations. We're just observing it as it is. Feeling down the front of the chest, and the left side of the chest and the right side in your own time. And just let the attention rest openly in the heart area. You may notice that the attention goes deeper here, and that's kind of good. You may notice sensations sort of radiating out from that attention through the back or the shoulder blades or the different areas of the body. It's nice to notice. Don't follow them at this stage, just let the attention rest openly on the heart area. There's a lot of intelligence in the heart area. It actually has neurons and all sorts of things. You don't need to understand it, but just let it be as it is. We have lots of birds today. can also use that as a tool or a reminder. It's just passing sensation, passing noise, passing sound. It's instantaneous and changing. Always new, always fresh. Can you feel your heartbeat? Either directly or through pulsation around the body. It's like a reminder of the beauty of life. And then just take the attention down through the stomach area. You can start at the top of the stomach. You can be on the surface if it's easier. If you feel a little bit deeper into the stomach area, that's good also. It doesn't matter. Whatever's comfortable, whatever's accessible. And just scan the whole stomach area from top of the abdomen down to the base. A lot of tension gets held in the stomach. It's a protective area. And we're just learning to be okay with it as it is and letting it just express as it wants. Feel the sensations. This is also reminding us to actively but gently lean into sometimes things that we avoid. Not do anything with them and just let them express and burn themselves out. And then we'll just do the back. You can start at the back of the neck. Just center the attention there, rest it there for a moment. And you can scan down through the spine from the top to the bottom. Just feel the whole spine deeply. You can feel it if you look. And sometimes it takes a little bit of practice. It doesn't matter whether you do today or not. Just feel the whole spine, top to bottom. And then bottom to top. And just feeling down all the parts of the back. You can start at the shoulders where it's nice to get a massage. Just let this, like a warm bath of awareness, move over the back. Your attention just feeling the back as it is, the shoulders. You feel each shoulder blade and then under the shoulders. And down the left side and the right side of the lower back. Once again, all the way down to the base. And in your own time, just finish off the torso with starting with the bottom of the left armpit, down to the hip and the right side as well. Just in your own time, just see if there's any sensations at all in all parts of the body. Every square inch. And just take the attention to the left hip. Can you feel the whole hip joint? You can stay on the surface, or you can sort of open a little bit deeper if it feels comfortable. And then just see the front of the leg, the quadricep and the back of the leg, the hamstring and the inside of the thigh, and the outside in your own time. And if you notice areas have tension, you don't have to do anything with them, they'll change anyway. Sort of this deeper intelligence will work this out. But if you notice it, you can help it relax, as long as you're not resisting or forcing anything to happen. You're more just being aware and relaxing. And the left knee. If you notice areas that are blank where you just can't seem to find any sensation, that's okay. Just notice that. What tends to happen is the body seems to become aware of itself when it's not being judged. Some of this is quite counterintuitive. And taking the attention down the left leg, the calf muscle, the front of the shin, all areas of the lower leg and the ankle. And almost like playfully just look at all areas of the foot, the heel, the inside of the ankle. Look at areas you may not look at normally. Just play with curiosity of looking at all parts of the foot and see if there's any sensations at all. Everything is okay as it is. Then in your own time do the right hip all the way down to the toes. Always just now, always present. Always with a theme of kindness. If you can or can't do this well, it doesn't matter. Even the idea of doing it well is just thoughts. If you notice any distractions or hindrances, just imagine them almost being like on a movie screen, and you're just observing them, and they're just changing. There's time out, you don't need to participate now. All sounds are just instantaneous unless the mind grabs hold of them. So they can be used as a little exercise to see if that's happening. If it is, it doesn't matter. Just notice and be okay. And when you're finished with your feet, just run the attention like a sweep of 15 or 20 seconds from the toes to the crown of the head, down to the toes again. It doesn't have to be too accurate. You might just notice parts of the bodies are more active, more noticed. as a kind of reassurance for the mind, you might notice how much easier it is now to just notice subtle sensations throughout the body. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's just notice that it's a little bit more open. And this isn't about daydreaming or drifting off into thought. And that will probably still happen. But it's just about bringing the attention back to something like the body, the sensations. And for the next 5 or 10 minutes, we might just sit. You can rest on the breath, your natural breath in and out of the nose. You probably notice the background sensations in the body also. And thoughts may come as well, but just bring the attention just gently back to the natural breath and the sensations of the body, kind of openly as a whole. And just notice everything that comes up, constantly changing, always now. And it's okay as it is. You may notice the mind wants to do something, it's more distraction. It's okay, you're not fighting anything, but just notice that and bring the attention back to the breath. Just trust that that's enough. If you notice yourself drifting off into daydreaming or whatever, just bring the attention back to the natural breath. Are there any sensations? How does it feel around the nose and top lip? And this is all that needs to be done in this moment. And that body awareness, sensation awareness, can carry on for many hours during the day in the background. It's okay if it does. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to do anything with it. Just focusing on the natural breath now. Don't look too hard, but just notice what's happening with you right now in both sensations, the mind, the breath, the feeling of life. Just notice it. Just let it be as it is. And just as a bit of fun, just take the attention to areas around the body. You can choose wherever feels right for you. It might be the left bicep, or the stomach, or the chest, or the heart, or the right foot. Just direct your attention there and see if you can observe the sensations. And just move it around the body. Don't have to do the whole body, just a little exercise and observation. You've woken up attention in those parts of the body to the sensations. If you can perceive sensations, that's just what's happening. If you can't perceive sensations, that's okay too. Being okay without resistance is actually part of this. Funnily enough, when that acceptance happens, things tend to open up anyway. And when you feel like it, you can open your eyes, but just notice that you're just going to sort of let this state, this open nature, rest that way. You don't have to do anything. This sort of base layer of the way to be can always be in the background, and in the busyness of life you'll still be busy, but this is always accessible.